Hello friends, welcome to CEC Gurukul Lectures. Dear friends, what we sow today is what we reap tomorrow. This is an old notion, but this notion carries a weight. And with this idea, we as a higher educational channel believes in shaping your today and building your tomorrow. Dear friends, welcome once again to our special segment on career counseling called Pratibha Samvardhan. Here, we are here for you again with a new topic, with a new idea, with a new belief that we build a better tomorrow for you. Today, we would be discussing in detail how to prepare for group discussions and interviews. We know that most of you might be scared of facing interviews, might be scared of how to present yourself during the group discussions. So don't worry at all, because we believe that we make an effort so that you could have a pure glance of what you don't know about. Dear friends, for this discussion, we have with us in our studios eminent career counselor, Mr. Bharat Bharadwaj. Mr. Bharat Bharadwaj is a career counselor, a life coach, a motivational speaker who believes in giving new ideas, in filling new energies among the students. So, I believe and I firmly give you an idea that you are going to have a very vivacious session, because our counselor is here for you to answer your queries. Welcome once again, sir.
And thank you very much. Thank you for
we believe
having
that
me here.
Every time we have gathered lots and lots of information from you. This time also we are going to have an idea. Not only idea, we are going to walk on the path which will be shown by you through this lecture of ours.
Thank you so much, Geetika ji. Thank you for calling me here. And I would love to share my knowledge with all the students, our audience today. So a topic chosen by you is also very good, and how to prepare a group discussion and interview. This is very eminent and very prominent, very important topic for the practical aspects. So when we talk of group discussions, one should understand what is group discussion. So group discussion is basically to screen the candidates when the number of applicants are more. जहाँ पर applications ज़्यादा आ जाती हैं तो कंपनी के लिए पर्सनल इंटरव्यू 1-to-1 करना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है. So the process adopted is group discussion. So this is a very important tool where one can take advantage of the various aspects of candidate skills, knowledge and attributes. So employers conduct GDs to hire several people with similar academic backgrounds and apply for their similar roles. Candidates in GD have a topic to prepare and present their facts and opinion, and discussion of the group helps employer gauge their skills. So in shorter period of time, they can select the suitable candidates for the next round of personal interview. So we should understand what is the format of GD. So GD is basically group discussion is called in short form GD. यहाँ पर generally 5 to 7 candidates होते हैं इसमें. Generally that is the normal format. Time given is from 10 to 15 minutes. Then the company or the what we call the bench of panel experts, they give you a topic to present, and they give you some time to prepare for this topic, and then opening statement starts. After the opening statement, there is open discussion among all the candidates. Ideally, we should try to open the discussion, that because leadership quality is being tested here. So open discussion के बाद then you need to summarize and synthesize and finally conclude. So this is the format of GD. अब हमारे को देखना है कि हम क्या क्या चीजें टेस्ट होती हैं इसमें. One should be very clearly aware of this, what I am tested for in GD. So first important thing is your communication skills and your active listening skills, your interpersonal skills. How do you behave with other people? How graceful you are when you are talking to others and interacting and interrupting even. Your leadership qualities, and how can you think about the topic, your critical thinking. Your knowledge of the subject, sometimes it may vary from company to company and job profile. Sometimes where job knowledge may not be very important, but the way you present, the aspect of your presenting your point of view, how you present and how you arrive at logical reasoning, logical thinking, everything is taken care of when panel is watching you. Then your confidence and assertiveness. Your confidence is very important when it comes from your body language, like you sitting straight, your spine is straight, your neck is absolutely, little chin is little high, shoulders are a little broader, and having a small, a mild smile on your face. So these are the signs and symptoms of that you are comfortable and confident of whatever you are talking. And assertiveness, a mild assertiveness is important, but you should not be aggressive. Then we see the teamwork, that you are listening to everyone present in the room, or you are listening to their point of view, you are agreeing or disagreeing with them, and how politely you interrupt. This is very important. And another important aspect is time, because you are giving that limited time period, which is 10 to 15 minutes only. So time management and organizing all the points within that is, then you are mapped whether you are coming to the discussion, you are contributing to the topic, and you are taking people along. So the overall contribution is judged by the panel. So next point, I would say, how to do important preparation. What are the important points for group discussion? First is, you should prepare about the current topics. You should know whether it may be relevant to the companies, it may be varying to the role. Knowledge of general like topics which are prevailing, like COVID-19 is there, then gender, sexuality, those kind of topics are very common. Women are better managers, then you can have a discussion on that. And the second part is that you should have very active listening. You should listen to everyone before speaking. Once you have started the topic, you have opened it, then you have given a chance to every participants in the room, maybe 5-7 people are talking, and once it is open and the motion is in full flow, then it is very important then how you handle that without interrupting, without having any aggression, without shouting, and you are making a path for your points. So that can come only when you are listening to each and every candidate very actively. Then comes your clarity of thoughts and expression. Once you are talking, you should talk sense, and it should be relevant to that particular topic only. Be focused, and also bring everyone on the same point on the topic where, when you are leading the discussion. And you have to be very respectful and constructive communication. It has to be positive impact, it has to be positive attitude, and you are talking to everyone, whether you are agreeing with them or not, but you should express your respect. Because effective collaboration is important. When you are talking or discussion, it is a very healthy discussion. So you have to create that this is very, you are not debating, you are not for and against anyone. So important point is that you have to take every point, you have to be open to listen to other people's points, and it has to be very effective collaboration. Now coming to that you have to show your confidence without dominance. You need not show your dominance through shouting or loud voice. It has to be very polite, but confidence is coming from your body, your way of expression, your using right word, your language, the selection of the words which you are going to use. Then comes your critical thinking and analysis. You are putting lot of brains when you are analyzing the topic, and similarly you are putting your points across so that those points are accepted and within a logical way. You have to take care of time management, and you should have that notes ready with you, a pad, and also you should have your eyes on your watch. Then comes your body language, which is non-verbal. So with your body language you can show that you are confident, you are comfortable, and you are a leadership quality person, so which is required by the company. Adaptability is exhibited when you are talking to people and adapting their ideas and agreeing to them. So you should be aware throughout what you are talking, what you are listening, and what you are speaking. So this is self-awareness. You should be aware of your body language. You should be aware of your grammar, English, whatever is being used by you. So I think this is how one should be able to prepare for this. And then there are do's and don'ts. Like I think before I go for do's and don'ts, I would like to say the art of initiating the group discussion, which is very, very important. But it has its own limitations. Like if you are not able to open the discussion in the right manner, if you do not have any knowledge, then it may backfire. So opening has to be very, very confident, and you should practice for that. For example, you will be given a time, and then there will be a bell, or maybe somebody initiate the discussion from the panel. You need not look at the panel, people who are watching you. You should look to the people who are sitting on the table. So you should greet everyone, and you should have eye-to-eye contact with everyone. Try to have that eye-to-eye contact with everyone. Depending on the time, like you said, if it is morning, then you good morning friends, and introduce yourself. You should be fluent in English. You should be loud enough, but you should not have a submissive. But you should not shout. So good morning friends. My name is Bharat Bhardwaj. I am glad to start the discussion on today's topic. So whatever topic is given, you just repeat that topic. So it becomes a good beginning for you. Then categorize. So because the topic are given could be relevant in the present context, it could be sensitive topic, it could be very interesting topic, it could be controversial topic. So whatever the topic is given, you say, in my opinion, this topic is of this category. Maybe like it is very controversial topic, it is very sensitive topic, or very interesting topic. So I invite the group views on this topic. So if you do not have anything to say about the topic, then you can invite other people. Or if you have thought of something, you can start with a story, you can start with a quote which is relevant, or you should have some fact which is in year 1999 this thing happened on this. So you can start with facts. But if you do not have any knowledge, neither you have any story to tell, nor you have any quote on this topic or the fact, then you should invite the group, and you should state that I invite the group views on the topic, and you should start the discussion. Let's discuss. So active part is that if you do not have any knowledge, then you can listen to them and actively rephrase their answers in other words. For example, somebody is talking about let's say topic is women makes good manager than men. So somebody is talking about the how the facts are there, and you do not have that kind of knowledge. So you should rephrase. I agree with this person who has said this, and I will tell you a hack, which is very, very important hack, which is it's my secret weapon. Because when I was student, I was participating in group discussions. I used to reach the venue around half an hour before the time of GD. And I used to interact with all the participants who were coming. I used to introduce myself. I am so and so. I used to ask, and with a pleasant smile, I used to interact with them. आप क्या करते हैं? आप कहाँ से आए हैं? What is your background? Good that you could make it. You could qualify for this interview, and now we are together in this. We will have good time together. So with each and every candidate, I will try to spend some couple of minutes and make them a friend. So उसका advantage क्या होता है कि when I am entering into GD and I am starting, nobody would oppose me because I am already friendly and I know their names. So I can address them by names. So Mr. Tiwari has told me like this, and Mr. Sharma has spoken like this. So you are getting additional points for this. So that is a leadership quality for which you are given more points in GD. Now we are coming to do's and don'ts. So what should you do in a group discussion. First point is listen actively. Very, very important point, because listening skills are being tested, that how actively you can listen. And when you are listening, you should exhibit that from your body, that you are nodding that, yeah, and eye to eye contact with the speaker, whosoever is speaking, and you are nodding your head. And prepare beforehand. You should also know about the company or the topic which you are going for. If you have some knowledge, you do surf on the internet, what are the topics, current topics going on for group discussions by that particular company, and be ready for that. And contribute meaningfully. Like we said, like these are the certain points which we have done. So you are contributing meaningfully and that which is relevant. Then be respectful. So this is very important point, that you are, whether you agree or you do not agree, you should have some key phrases ready with you. Suppose you are not agreeing, so, and you said, I am sorry, but I do not agree with your point, I have a different point of opinion. So my opinion is, in my views, this is the thing which is fact I am putting. So I am afraid that I will not agree with you on this point, and however, this is what fact I am going to present. So be respectful when you are talking to others without interrupting. And when you interrupt also, let's say you have to make your presentation, you have to make your point, you can interrupt. I wish to interrupt you here because I have another point here to make. In addition to that, I will also add this. So these are the small phrases which you have to practice. So we have a lot of list available on phrases which you can find on internet as well. Be very concise and clear, because time is short and everybody within 5 to 7 people have to speak in 10 to 15 minutes. So you hardly have 1 to 2 minutes for the entire group discussions in your quota. Do ask questions. If you are asking someone has presented a point, you are free to ask questions and ask in a very polite manner. Do build on other ideas. So somebody has, and you are agreeing to that particular point, you said, in addition to that, I would like to suggest this is kind of possible. I fully agree. I second that. So this is how you take discussion forward. Do maintain eye contact with a positive body language. This is another important point which you have to do throughout the discussion point. Time of 10 to 15 minutes when you are there on table, you have to practice active listening, maintaining eye contact, and a positive body language. Now we should come to the things which should not be done. So when the discussion is in flow, do not interrupt unnecessarily. Do not dominate. Do not try to dominate the discussion. This is supposed to be a negative point. So it is supposed to be that you are bullying others. Do not resort to personal attacks. So you should not attack a person with this is what a stupid idea. So do not use negative words like this. I will say this idea should be thrown out of the window. So this is again kind of personal attack, which one should avoid. Another thing is that we should not make any assumptions. So do not make assumptions, do not assume, you should be ready with the facts only. Important is, do not go off the topic. So you have to be focused, stay focused on all the relevant facts, all the discussions which are on the topic only. If somebody is counter attacking you or maybe against you, do not feel defensive. So do not be defensive, be firm and relaxed, because this is just a discussion. The last point is that you when you are concluding, you should summarize and conclude in a very positive manner. And conclusion is again an art. When you feel that the time is going to be finished for this group discussion, you can enter it very calmly that friends, I think we are approaching the time, and now I would like to conclude. So do not take sides for and against. So try to find a midway and summarize all the positive points and negative points, that these are the things against, and so we should balance. So this is the key points should be discussed in the conclusion, and you conclude. So this is the points on group discussion. Anything you would like to ask?
Yes, so I have lots and lots of points, and the memories are revived once again. The day when I gave the group discussions, I have participated in the group discussions and followed the same points as mentioned by you. So it has given me idea that I was on the right track. Now, what I have observed or what others are observing during the group discussion, pertaining to that, I have certain questions. First of all, we have seen many of the students who have a poor communication skills, or we can say language is a barrier to the communication. Sometimes the students or the all the friends who doesn't have a proper language in terms of, I would say, they could not speak English properly. Now, the entire scenario of the group discussion where the students are interacting in English language, now for the one who is very good in Hindi, but English is a problem. For that very student, what would like you to suggest? Because there is a kind of a threat inside that no, I should not speak because I can't speak.
Yeah, that confidence has to be there because it depends on the role. जैसे कि मेरा जो जहाँ मैंने एडमिशन लिया बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी, हिंदी में भी वहाँ बात होती थी, लेकिन डिस्कशन जब फॉर्मल हो रहा है तो वो जो लैंग्वेज ऑफ डिस्कशन है वो पहले से डिसाइड होती है
जी.
तो अगर प्रोफेशनल कंपनी में जा रहे हैं जहाँ पर कम्युनिकेशन के जो लैंग्वेज है वो इंग्लिश है, तो वन हैज टू प्रिपेयर इन एडवांस. तो उसके लिए क्या कर सकते हैं इस तरह के कैंडिडेट जिनका लैंग्वेज पर इतना ज्यादा कंट्रोल नहीं है? दे शुड राइट इट डाउन इन सर्टेन सेंटेंसेज एंड प्रैक्टिस दैट. जैसे कि मैंने ओपनिंग सेंटेंस के लिए बताया, सो दे शुड राइट I am glad to open this. My name is. So these are very simple sentences where there is no grammar, no vocabulary, higher vocabulary required. तो वो लिख कर प्रैक्टिस कर लें. कुछ sentences वो लिख लें कि गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स, माय नेम इज so and so. I am Ramesh Kumar from Bihar, and I am glad to open this topic for discussion. This is a very sensitive topic, very interesting topic. So these are the small things which can be modified.
Exactly.
तो इस तरह की चीजें अगर वो पहले से लिख कर प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे जाने से पहले अपने आप को. एंड मैं जो सलाह देता हूँ ज्यादातर लोगों को इस तरह के कि आप जाने से पहले अपने एक आईने में, शीशे में आई टू आई देखें, अपनी बॉडी लैंग्वेज देखें, और अगर बॉडी लैंग्वेज अच्छी है फेस पे थोड़ा सा स्माइल लाएं और प्रैक्टिस कर लें. वो लिखे हुए सेंटेंसेस को 3-4 बार प्रैक्टिस कर लें. घर में जाने से पहले किसी और को बुला लें साथ में,
बिल्कुल,
ये भाई बहन माता जो भी दोस्तों के साथ कर लें प्रैक्टिस. तो उससे क्या कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल उनका अच्छा आएगा एंड दे विल बी एबल टू परफॉर्म बेटर इन द ग्रुप डिस्कशन.
एंड इन एनी केस अगर कोई पंक्ति, कोई लाइन अगर हिंदी में निकल भी जाती है तो वन शुड नॉट केयर अबाउट इट.
हाँ, अगर जैसे कोटेशंस है, आई डू कोट समटाइम्स व्हेन आई एम टेकिंग ए लेक्चर इन इंग्लिश, आई एम टेकिंग ए वर्कशॉप इन इंग्लिश. लेकिन जहां पर कुछ चीजें अच्छी आती, क्योंकि अगर ऑडियंस हमारी समझ सकती है वो लैंग्वेज, वो भाषा जिसमें हम बात कर रहे हैं, तो ये परफेक्ट है कि आप किसी कवि की पंक्तियां, कोई अच्छे राइटर लेखक की कोई कोटेशंस आप देना चाहें, वहां पर कुछ तथ्य बताना चाहें, तो इट्स ओके. देन यू आर एबल टू इम्प्रेस अपॉन द फैक्ट्स व्हिच यू आर ट्राइंग टू गिव.
Yes, sir. Now, last but not the least question, you have mentioned about initiating the discussion. Right. As well as summarizing the discussion. So many of the candidates, they have this idea, नहीं मुझे ही पहले बोलना है, मुझे किसी को नहीं बोलने देना है, मुझे ही बाद में एंड करना है. Does these, I mean the ending and the beginning portion carry certain points?
आप अटेंशन ले सकते हो पैनल की उससे, लेकिन अगर आप वो बैकफायर भी, जैसे मैंने बताया, वो बैकफायर भी कर सकता है. इट डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर बॉडी लैंग्वेज एंड द काइंड ऑफ ग्रेसफुलनेस यू आर पुटिंग. अगर आप चीख कर बात कर रहे हैं, झपट के बात कर रहे हैं, वो चीजें नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स लाती हैं.
बिल्कुल, वन शुड नॉट फाइट. और
ये जरूरी नहीं है, क्योंकि आपके पास पूरे 10-15 मिनट का समय है. अगर आप ओपनिंग नहीं भी कर पा रहे हैं, हालांकि ओपनिंग का एक एडवांटेज मिल जाता है थोड़ा सा, लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा एडवांटेज नहीं कहूंगा उसको, बट देयर इज सम सर्टेन एडवांटेज कि आपने शुरुआत किया को एक लीडरशिप स्किल दिखाई देती है, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस है. तो जो आपकी पंक्तियां हैं आपने याद की हुई हैं, उनको आपने उस फॉर्मेट में याद किया हुआ है, तो आप फटाफट बात कर सकते हैं. भले आपको टॉपिक की जानकारी है या नहीं है, आपने वो एक इनिशिएशन लेके ग्रुप के सामने वो टॉपिक शुरू कर दिया. और मैं ये भी चाहता हूं कि आप सिर्फ इनिशिएशन ना करें, आप बीच में 2-3 बार वापस कुछ
how involved you are in the discussion. That
Yes.
is the important thing.
Thank you.
So we have lot more to learn from you. We have discussed in detail, dear friends. We have learnt the techniques while going for the group discussion, while handling the group discussion, and I would say before going to the group discussions too. So dear friends, we would be meeting again. We would be discussing more, and we request you to keep watching us, and please do share your ideas. Thank you so much.